It's noon on Friday, July 4th here in Korea. Thanks for tuning in live from Seoul. I'm Jin-joo.
It's very good to have you with us. I'm Mark Broom. On the second day of his state visit to South Korea, Chinese President Xi Jinping spent Friday morning underscoring his country's commitment towards ties with South Korea in meetings with Korean lawmakers and hundreds of students at the very prestigious Seoul National University.
And later this afternoon, Presidents Park and Xi plan to make an appeal to businessmen from both countries at an investors forum. For more on the Chinese leaders' itinerary and details on the two leaders' summit Thursday, we have our presidential office correspondent Choi You-sun on the line. You-sun, fill us in.
Jin-joo, Mark, the big event today will be the two countries' economic and trade cooperation forum, where both leaders will address some 500 Korean and Chinese officials and businessmen. President Park will stress the need to diversify bilateral cooperation from its current focus on the manufacturing sector. She will also propose Seoul and Beijing work together toward realizing her Eurasia initiative of linking energy and logistics infrastructure across the continent. Before the forum, President Park will host China's first couple for a luncheon to further showcase the amicable relationship between Seoul and Beijing. Earlier this morning, President Xi met with Korean lawmakers at the National Assembly as well as hundreds of university students to highlight the importance of expanding channels at all levels and in all areas between the two countries. Just before wrapping up his Seoul visit today, President Xi will meet with Chinese residents in Korea. Guys?
And You-sun, let's talk a little bit about the summit talks that were held on Thursday. During those summit talks, Seoul and Beijing reaffirmed their strategic cooperative partnership and shared their positions on North Korea's nuclear program.
Right. The message from Presidents Park and Xi for North Korea Thursday was certainly a step up from last year's use of the phrase grave threat regarding the North's nuclear program. At a joint press conference, President Park said that she and her Chinese counterpart reaffirmed their opposition to nuclear arms development on the Korean peninsula. Highlighting the now suspended six-party talks, President Xi said the six nations, namely the two Koreas, China, the U.S., Japan, and Russia, should resolve the North Korean nuclear issue through dialogue. The South Korean presidential office said the two leaders also agreed that the right conditions must be met before reviving the dialogue. This reflects Seoul's position that Pyongyang first needs to show its commitment to denuclearize. The Chinese leader also offered a positive assessment of President Park's policy of trust building and expanding humanitarian exchanges with North Korea to lay a foundation for a peaceful reunification. As for Seoul-Beijing ties, the two leaders agreed to take their strategic cooperative partnership to the next level by holding regular political and security meetings and increasing people-to-people exchanges. On the economic front, Presidents Park and Xi agreed to work toward concluding their free trade negotiations by the year's end and to open their currency trade markets to spur bilateral trade and investment. I'm Choi You-sun reporting on President Xi's state visit to Seoul, and I'll be back with an update in our next newscast.